What's good? It's the composer K Hood back with Green Game Reviews. The game reviews with a twist that shows you what is good to play when you rolling up that loud. Today we're doing Splatoon 3, one of my favorite games. This is exclusively for the Switch, and Nintendo usually makes great games, so we're going to get to this review and you could choose if this game is for you. First thing I gotta say about this game on the downside is these menus suck. Like, you have to sit through all this talk when there's a new update or anything. The good news is, unlike Splatoon 2, you can skip it when you start the game unless it's an update or it's a Splatfest warning. But it gets tedious and it's annoying to hear these little voices. The map menu is also annoying. Why should I have to Google what the hell a shoal is? Like, I just want to know what part of the game I'm about to play. However, this menu is sweet because before multiplayer you can mess around, try to see how powerful a weapon is, try different things before you jump into the game. Turf War is my favorite part of this game. It is a shooter, but instead of shooting people, the main idea is to ink as much area as possible. Seeing that you're a squid, you're trying to ink as much of the turf as possible. The opponent's getting in your way, you're going to want to shoot them, use specials and other things like that. A friend explained this to me the first time. I'm like, I don't know if I'd like this. I tried it and then I was hooked immediately. The matches are quick and concise. It's Call of Duty's great because you know how it kills time, but this is like a good in-between commercial game. Like, if you don't have much time in your life, it's definitely old head approved. If you watch closely through this video, you'll see my team is trash, but I'm making a lot of ground at the end of the game, and that's the best part of the game, is you can single-handedly bring your team back in a lot of situations, and it just gives for a great rush at the end of the game. Even though we did bad, you can see how much orange was left for me. If you're just upgrading from Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3, this is mildly disappointing. There is a lot more weapons, and there's a lot more verticality to it. But this is ain't broke, don't fix it. I remember being in high school and I got GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and San Andreas in 4 years. And then since then, video games are like, okay, we got you hooked. We're just going to kind of keep releasing the same thing. We ain't blowing your mind anymore. And that seems to be the thing nowadays. And Splatoon follows. But it's such a great game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now here you're seeing the campaign mode, which I was reluctant to try. I never tried in Splatoon 2 because the online mode is so much more fun. But this turns out to be a lot of fun. It started out really slow, so at first I'm like, man, I don't even know why I'm playing this. But after the tutorial steps got over, it became a great deal of fun, and it helps you try out some weapons. I was able to pick a new weapon for this game based off of trying things in the campaign mode. It does have a couple things I don't like. Like, I'm not a big puzzle person, so I don't like the puzzle maps, but you can skip them, and you can pick what you want to pick to be able to progress throughout the game. You don't have to do every single mission, which is pretty cool, and it definitely does teach you about the game. Now, I wanted to try Salmon Run for the first time, never tried it on Splatoon 2, and I can say it is a lot of fun here. It is better than the one on Splatoon 2 because it's available at all times instead of just random occurrences, but I can say it's not good for smoking. It's one of those games where the more you do, the quicker the enemies come, and that is definitely anxiety-inducing, and I will not recommend it for my smokers. So in all, as I stated before, visually this game is appealing, and Nintendo always finds a way to do it with the graphics that they have. The music here is extremely embarrassingly endearing. It's squid music, and sometimes they hit them high notes and it sounds like they're underwater. Shout out to whoever the engineer is who did this. I have a lot of love for that. The gameplay is great. Splatoon is one of the quickest and funnest games to play if you don't have that much time. But the value for the money, I would say it's one of those games that if you love it, it's definitely worth the money. If you want to be cheap, you could be very happy with Splatoon 2 and get away with that. So with that said, this game gets a 4.5, almost perfect, but not enough of an upgrade from 2. As far as a smoking game, this is a 5 all the way. Minimal and intuitive inputs. It's a game where you can guide a comeback, so it gives you that rush, and even though the menus are kind of bad, a 5 score is near perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, and this game rocks. Signing off is the composer K Hood. Next time, I will see you with a little cult classic that we got to get more people on called Riders Republic. It will be a good one. Next time.